Hi, it's Fiona Fernandez. How are you all? It's an exciting day today because we've got a new catalogue. Let me know if you're joining in tonight. We're going to have a little look through the catalogue, see if anybody's got one already. Check my sound. Yep. Good. Now I'll check the comments tonight. Last week I couldn't see the comments till I'd finished. I don't know what happened there, but I'll keep my eye on that tonight. So here's all my details. I'm in Pyrmont in Sydney, Australia. So if you're anywhere in Australia, you can shop with me. And very exciting news that there's a new joining offer. And I've printed it off and left it in the other room. Oh well, you can actually look at the website now and find that. So I'll go over that a little bit after as well and just show you what's in it. So I might actually just run next door and get it. I'll be back in a second. Don't go away. God, I put it in my box the other day. I went to a market stall on Saturday. I just ducked into the next room to grab this. So I've started having a stall again, which is so exciting. I love it. I love meeting people and, just talking to people, finding out what their interests are, if they've got any hobbies, if they like, some people want to make things, some people don't. So if you want to make things, feel free to come on over and to my live and make something with me. So the starter kit special started today. I've stuck some card onto here because my printer didn't print the colours very well. So I actually put aren't they pretty? The new in colours. They're so beautiful. So when you join in May, you get the normal deal, which is $169 to buy it, your starter kit, and you get to choose up to $235 worth, says here, Australian, and you get to choose anything you like out of the products, and you get free shipping, you get a free business supply pack, so that means you get a packet of catalogues to share with friends. You don't have to sell anything, you can just share them, let other people enjoy looking at it as well. It's great for inspiration, which I'm using it for tonight. So it's a great way just to have fun and enjoy creating. So it's really good value, this. You get an extra $144 worth of value, so can't go wrong there. So if you would like to join my team, let me know, or just come on down to the scan code and join. You can use that, or you can just go to my website, which is FionaFernandez.stampinup.net. It's on here. So that's about that. Very exciting. I think it's exciting. So I've got a few cards that I had made previously. Now I actually sold some of the cards that I made with my new products, so I don't have all of them now, but if you've looked through my pages recently, you'll have seen some of them. So I thought we'd just go through the catalogue a little bit, because we can open it now live. And it's great once it goes live because we can open the pages and show you what's in there. So they've changed the catalogue this time. It's not quite as thick either, so it's not as much in it, but they're doing more, bringing things out online. And let me just check my comments, because last week I missed them all. Sorry about that. They just didn't appear on my screen at all. It says no comments yet, so I'll just have to go with that. Right, so recently at Stampin Up I got to meet Sarah Douglas, CEO of Stampin Up. So this is Sarah and Shirley, her mum, and there's a little story in there for you about them and how it all began. I won't read it all out now. You can have a look at that. You can actually see the catalogue on the website as well. You just scroll down to the very bottom of my Stampin' Up page and the catalogue's down there, and it's really easy to look at on the computer screen. Or I can send you a hard copy if you'd like one, just let me know. So what they've done is they've done it in sections, step-by-step crafting. So that's for creating quick paper crafts with the full instructions to guide you. Then they've page 4 to 11. Then they've got quick and easy options. So we'll go through this as we go. And they've done creativity your way. So that's a little bit more avid sort of stuff if people are right into it. So it's good that they're gearing it towards all levels of creativity. And of course we've got our index here. The QR codes that you see through the catalogue go to the Stampin' Up website, not a Demonstrator specific website. So if you're going to the QR code there and you want to shop with me, just make sure you look for my name, Fiona Fernandez, when you're doing your shopping and it asks you to shop with a Demonstrator. You can just go and request that. It's just so pretty, isn't it? Look at all those beautiful colours. Look, this is the new that colour. They've done it all in the in colours. So I just love it. It's so lovely. Just check and see if there's any comments. Feel free to comment if you want to, or not. It's up to you. And if you're on my YouTube channel, it'd be lovely if you like what you're seeing to hit that button. So this just goes through, you know, a few pictures and showing you what's in the book again. Kits collection. There's a new kit out today, so you can check my website for that. And I've put it in my Instagram, my Facebook. It's all over the place. Been a bit busy today. And it looks like a really nice kit. It's Hollyhocks. Hello Hollyhocks, I think it's called. Looks lovely. Lovely pictures. So they're putting out kits every month now. So these are some of the ones that are already out. So that just tells, so if you scan that, it'll go to the kits collection section of the website. So we've got all different ideas of what you can do with them. We'll go past that. So this part's the quick and easy options. So I've got some of these. Now I did show these in my lives a few weeks ago, but I'll grab a couple of my cards that I've got handy. So it says pick and choose, printed pieces, all occasion stamp sets, craft a stash, and more fun in less time. So as you can see, the lady on the table here, she's just got all bits all over the table like I will have in a minute. Hi Di, I can see your comments. Welcome. So this one is, they're made with these ones. Actually, we'll go over the page. I'm just going through the catalogue a little bit, then we'll make something. Oh, where did that page go? Oh, it must be over the next page. Okay, so we'll get to that in a minute. There's a whole page on it. This one here, I actually put a little video about this on the blog. And he actually goes through the different tools and explains everything. So that's a really good little video to watch. So you'll find that on my blog. So it just gives you some basic top 10 crafting essentials. And of course, don't forget about me, your demonstrator. Are you crafting tonight, Di? So this is the set here that I was talking about. So they come Sunny Springs cards and envelopes. So you get cards and envelopes in there. Doing a new catalogue thing. I can't get the scissors in there, just a second. That's not working, I'll go this way. There we go. Let's get them open because there's a few different colours in there. It's dropping out, maybe it's you. Oh, I haven't looked like to myself like I'm dropping out. No, my internet's a little bit up and down today. So these come, oh, I'm trying to get them out of the packet. So they have envelopes that are all like that, coloured, colourful and beautiful. No, your copy. Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. On my iPad, I'm back. Okay, we're having a little bit of dropout tonight. A bit of rain around tonight and wind. I wonder if it's got anything to do with it. So these have cards in there as well. And so you've got one of each there. And they're just single-sided because they're cards. Sorry, I'll come back under here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so if you missed that bit a minute ago, there's the envelopes because it all froze. So you get one of each. So there's 5 cards and 5 envelopes in the packet. And that sort of thing. So the way they're doing those, let's have a look in here. So it's $14 and you get 5 cards out of that. So that's not bad, is it? So that's how they work. So they look a bit like this. So there's another packet here. I don't have that one, but this one I think is out of that packet. So I got this one on stage recently. So I've got to do that one. We had some make and takes on the table. And that was the one I made. So I thought I'd bring that out and show you that. So there's the little envelope that goes with it. And these are out of some of the packets. So I've got this one open. So these have got all the little words. So you don't even have to stamp anything if you don't want to. There's lots of words in there. I won't go through every single thing because we'll be here all night. There's some little fishy ones. And so they've got them all in here. Something for everything. I think that's that one. Yep. There's ones with the little die cut pieces. You can stamp on those or you can stick the stickers on them. So it's up to you. And there's some lovely flowers too, the floral ones. So that's gorgeous. So that's a really quick and easy way to craft. And then of course you've got your next section that shows you more of those. Gives you some ideas what you can do with them too, so you don't even have to come up with your own ideas, or you can. It depends on what you want. And then they've got basic card design, and they've got a whole lot of samples, little patterns you can use, templates on the bottom here. So again, you can just use those for ideas. So if we look along here, we've got this one here. So that's similar to what we've got. They've done the card this way. Or you can take a bit of that and a bit of that and put it together. We've got our family colours and coordination. I won't go into every single thing here. We'll just have a quick browse through. But there's lots of ideas. I just love that they've done so many ideas in here. These ones here, I've actually got some of those sitting on my desk, and actually I've got the card I made using that. So I just did a quick little background paper, and it matches with these cards, that paper. So that was cool. So that's out of one of the sets. Let me find it. Hang on a second. On my desk. I think I've shown you these before. So these are the Thoughtful Journey series. And all the little cards, they're just gorgeous. Look at that. So easy to make a quick card. You just whack it on. And they coordinate with the papers. So they're lovely. I love those. They're really pretty. So I made a few cards out of that already, but I have sold some of them already. So I'll just show you the ones that I used. Oh, maybe when we get to that. Oh no, I'll just show you now. So I did a sympathy card with a tree. We'll come across the tree, but that's the back of that paper. So that worked out really well. Put that one there. One strip of that paper there. Just makes a really nice sympathy card. I was making sympathy cards that day. I really like that. So that was the back of one of the papers next to another piece of paper that I'd used some of the paper on something else, and I just put the ribbon across, and it just turned out so lovely. I love that. Gorgeous colours are just yum. Pretty peacock underneath. Love it. And that one, like I said, is a little card that I've just propped up on dimensionals, and just put the bling on. A little bit of ribbon. Really easy. Easy. Quick and easy. So they're just memories and more cards there. I don't have those ones that coordinate with some other things. So if you go through the book, this is sort of talking about the memories and more section here with the album, things you can use for that. Wrapping, so this paper is really cool. It's got these pieces here, the die cuts. So they come like that in the paper. So it's 12 by 12. 6 sheets of pattern paper, 1 each of 3 double-sided designs and 1 each of 3 single-sided die-cut designs. So that's really handy. You can do all those things with it. Oh. So you can use that without even needing the die-cut machine. I do like some of the things they've brought out. Lots of them, actually. Creativity always. Oh, I've got to show you something. Look at this. When we were on stage, so this is going into the section where it's a bit more avid crafting. And when I was at on stage, they had walls like around the room that you could look at things, or you could use them as backdrops for photos. And so I went and stood myself in front of this, and I did myself a selfie. Look. What do you think? See, I'm in the room with, but I'm in place of her. Oh, that was a bit of fun. That's my photo. I'll come up a bit closer. See, look at that. Bit of fun. Had a bit of fun. So it looks like I've got a really cool craft area. That was that wall. I had a wall there. Yep. So basically that's just going into that. So this section here takes you into all the, I've already labelled these. This takes you into all the suites. So they've put them all together so you can see how many there are. My little notes up the top. So when you buy a suite collection, you just use the one item number and it will get you everything you see on the suite, or you can still buy them individually. So at the bottom of the page, so this on page 35, you've got all the lists down the bottom of things individually. You've still got your bundles, so if you wanted to buy the bundle, which is the stamps and the dies, you just use that number. And it says to order bundle items individually. So I really like the way they've explained that. You know, it makes more sense reading it now if you're new to it. So they've got those beautiful papers and cards. Now I am working on getting a product share together. So if anyone's interested in taking part in that, I usually do a paper share. So I buy, get 4 people up, you know, do 4 people at a time. So if you want to be a part of that, let me know, and once I get my registration form done, I'll let you know. I won't be ordering it until next week, at least at the moment, because I've got a bit on this weekend. But what I do is I get papers and we cut them up so that you get a quarter share each of the papers. And I'm thinking about doing it with some of the other products too, so I'll just work on that over the next few days and put something out. This one's called To Market. So there's some really lovely bits and pieces. You got any favourites, Di, so far? I like a lot of them, but I've got a couple of them. I really love this. I really love this. And see this paper, look at this. That looks like it would go really nicely with that other die. It's not a current one now, but it was the patchwork pattern dies. That'd be nice to use with that. Just check my comments aren't disappearing. Who else is up there? It's just Diana at the moment, I can see. Okay. Yeah, aren't they gorgeous, the bright colours? Full of life. It certainly looks full of life. The lily pond, I love the little ducks. So cute. So this thing here shows you one die cuts out multiple images. So they must have 2 on the one die there. So they're not individual dies, some of them. It's good they're explaining that. They're not putting them in at full size like they did before. The Mediterranean Suite, yeah. You've got the Adventurous Sky. I don't have that one. Yeah, so the stamp sets in the old catalogue were all at full size. most of them, so you knew how big the stamps were. So these ones are not. They're a bit smaller looking. But if you look at the samples on the cards and on the website, you can see sort of how big they are that way. And of course, if I have any, oh, here's this beautiful paper I was just showing you. So this paper as well that comes in the set if you buy the whole set. It's gorgeous, beautiful, absolutely stunning paper. Country Woods. I've seen some beautiful samples of this too. It's not something I thought I would buy, but I'm having second thoughts. I haven't ordered yet today. I was busy doing all my updating of everything, blogs and pages and everything, to keep you all updated. But that is really gorgeous. I do have this embossing folder and the ribbon. I've got bits and pieces when we got pre-order, but I didn't buy the stamp sets. And the paper's gorgeous too. Look at that. So it coordinates nice. Look at that. It goes with that folder. Oh, I've got a note in here. That must be for something. I won the paper for this when I was on the stage. And I did use it the other day, didn't I? I used it to make something the other day. I made some Mother's Day cards, so I've already sold some of those. Some have gone to the shop because it's nearly Mother's Day. I need to get those out. I don't have this stamp set and dies, and I really wanted to use that the other day. I thought, oh, I didn't get it. Anyway, they are so versatile. Look at that. These, I did get these. I love that. All the little shapes. And I have used them already. And this paper, that is really pretty. So I think I was playing with that. Was I playing with that last week? I have shown that before though on my lives, if you want to see it. And then we go into, oh, they've got the Stampin' Emboss machines, and you've got the bundles section. So bundles is where they're either stamps and dies or stamps and punches. So it's a combination of things, but they're always 10% off. If you buy them like that, you get them a little bit cheaper. So it's a really good way to buy them if that's what you like. So that one, for instance, comes with masks as well as dies as well as a stamp set. That's pretty cool. So it's got the bundle price here, and then it's got the individual prices at the bottom. That's really pretty. I've seen a lot of really pretty stuff with this. Look, see the layers there? With doing the layering of the masking, you get these beautiful colouring in with masks. So some of the bundles now have got, look at this, you can get it with a punch or the die. Look at that. So it's got it here, and the die comes with 3. So that is pretty cool. They haven't done that before. Sometimes we get them and go, oh, I'd really like that as a punch, or I'd really like that as a die. Well, now you can buy this or that, or if you want both, you can get the punch separately or the die separately. So this one's got that as well. Really cute. There's some little dolphins, look. Is that a shark? What sort of shark is that? Anyone know? Can't think of the name of it. But they really, look at this one's got little hearts that will cut out. Oh, they're so cute. They are really gorgeous. Lots of fun things. This one's got little pockets that you can put onto things. I like that one. That's on my wish list. And you've got all these different things to put on there. Little cupcake. A hammerhead shark, thank you. I was thinking it looks like a hammer. I really like these. Look at this. You can make these little, what do you call those? Rosettes out of them. I love that. That's on my list too. I really like that idea. You've got your dies to go with that. And this one's so cute. Little baby thing, cutesy onesie. Cutest onesie it's called. That's lovely. So you can cut out as many of them as you like and put them on the little hangers. And we've got some shoppers bundle with your trolleys. I've seen lots of trolleys in lots of different card making things lately, so they must be really popular at the moment. It always amazes me how they all sort of come out around the same time. Hamburgers, anyone? Bistro burger. Look, you've even got it. The board there. TVs. A tune-in bundle. Now, what did I... Oh, I stuck my thing in there because I have this set already. So this one was the one we got it on stage. We could choose from 3 different ones. I chose this with the dies, and we got to do some make and takes. So we actually got the little booklet to show us how to make things, and we've actually got, I've got more now because we got the PDF as well for some more cards. So I've got lots to do with those ones, so that'll be good. I have to do I'm thinking of what to do for my next class at the moment. It'll be one of these, and we'll see which one, but I think I'll come back and make this card after. That's why I've stuck the blue tag in there, because I really like the look of that. Really like. I love the butterflies too. Look at all these little butterflies. Looks really cute. And then we've got In the Grove bundle. So In the Grove bundle goes very nicely with the one behind there, which was called Grassy Grove. Grassy Grove, and it's over the page in a minute, I'll show you. But they've used them together, look. Very similar sort of dies. See, that one's got trees in the background. And this one's got the little, is that a little fox? And the other one's got the deer. I love the mountains in that. They look so gorgeous. And this is the tree one. So I think I showed you my tree a second ago. This one. So that's what that looks like. And you've got the dies. You've got a couple of 3 leaves to cut out, branches. Really, I think that's really cool. I love it. That's why I bought it, because it's got thank you, it's got sympathy, it's got birthday and congratulations. I'm thinking, yes, beautiful. Very nice set. We've got some Snapdragons bundle. I thought they were Christmas trees at first, but then I looked closer and I thought, no, they're not. They're flowers. But you know what? You could be versatile and use them as Christmas trees, couldn't you? This one, now look at this, Seaside Wishes bundle. I thought that looks cute, that little thing. We might have to make something like that in one of my classes. Oh, you have to get those circle dies? Yeah, they're gorgeous. This little hanger, look at that. So this folder here, this is a bigger one again, 11.4 by 15.9, which is half your A4. So it's like my other ones, the new ones that I've got. Where have I put those? So this one here is one of the embossing folders. So it's that size, and this one's that size. So this is like a little hanger thing that you could do like that size. So that's pretty cool. And the other cool thing, we'll get to that in a minute, but there's some other things in here that will go nicely with this bundle as well. Like when we go over the page here. Yes, the wall hanging in class, yes. Now, this is called Encore because these are things that have already been in other catalogues, and now they're still here, but they're not bundles anymore. They're just individual items, coordinating, but they're just the individuals. So you'll have seen those before, possibly, and I have quite a few of these, which is good because I can use them for this catalogue as well. So you've got this beauty of this deep one here. That'll go nicely with that other one. And here's the Grassy Grove one, look. See, it looks like that. So it goes really nicely with that new one. So I won't go through all of those, but you'll find these on the website anyway. But it's very handy to see them in the book. So this one here's the ice cream one. See, that would go nice with that new cupcake one. Lots of ideas going through Fiona's head. This is the one I was going to get that, but then I didn't. Now I wish, yeah, never mind. I can still get it, but it won't be a bundle now. So it's always good if you see something in a catalogue that's a bundle and you really like it. They may carry it over, like they've carried these things over, but they're not bundles in the next catalogue. So it's always a good idea to grab them as a bundle if you really like them. I've got this one too. I've got a few of these, so I'm very pleased that some of these are still here. Lots of things there. I'm glad that's still there too, because I've got the paper's not still there, but you can always make your own paper. But this is still here. See, and I did the board with that. And the thank you. So that's really cool. Happy about that one. And the translucent florals. So there's lots of wonderful thoughts. Love it. The turtles are still here. Look, turtles. So this is double play. This is when they're reversibles. So you can turn the stamp over. So I've got my turtle cards here because we just had a class on this recently. So these are the sea turtles. And so you can stamp one side with the colour, and we've used a few different colours when we did this, and then you can stamp the other side with a full colour to get the other pattern. So you get like a filled in pattern. And then, yeah. I don't know if that rope folder's still there. We'll have to look at that in a minute when we get there. I like what they've done with this one too. The clear block bundles. So this has changed from what it was in the previous catalogue. They've actually deleted a few of the stamp blocks that I'd say weren't being bought very often. Or the ones that they took out I actually don't use very much at all. So I can see why they're not there now. But they've still got the bundles, so with these blocks in it. So that just shows you that. And your bits and pieces. Picture perfect image only stamps, and they've got a few sentiment ones there. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Step it out. So they've got, obviously they've used the background of that die there. And they're stepping things out like that. So these are sets that were already there. This is a new one. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. More dolphins. Oh, cool. Oh, they're just pretty. I love the way they've done the samples here too. They're so easy to see. Background stamp. I haven't used that yet, but I've got it sitting here on my desk. It's that size too, I think. Hang on. Maybe that one. Oh no, it's even bigger. That's bigger than it is. Or is it? Hang on. No, probably the picture's not. Let's have a look. It is the same. That one's the same. Oh, cool. Look at that. They've shown us the full size of it. That's good. I haven't put my label on. I like that. Works best with the F block, so that's sitting on my desk. There it is. Big one. So they've got a whole lot of these stamps here. Across here. Oh, I like that botanical one. I've got this one already. So some of these were here already. Demonstrators. Demonstrators who reached our million sales milestone, say that fast, helped to design the stamp sets on these 2 pages. Wow, look at that. I love this. I absolutely love that little splash. You are beautiful. That is lovely. So they've got some beautiful sentiments in there. Oh, that's really wonderful. So nice that they get to have a go at saying those things. Oh, there it is there, that stamp set. Oh, so pretty. Pretty. Oh, inspiration for you. Space. Stamp and blend storage. So they've got all these different bits you can use as storage. So appreciation is a thanks page. Memories. So they're doing a bit more, they're doing more of the, what do you call that, scrapbooking now. And we've just recently had the Close to My Heart people come, some of them come over to Stampin' Up, so that's very exciting. Welcome, and should help us all get more inspired, I think. Celebrate the year. They've got wood textured specialty paper. I hadn't noticed that before. See, I haven't studied this totally yet. I'm studying it now. Well, I have looked through it, but I haven't picked up every little thing. We'll just keep going. I'm going to spend too long in here, but I wanted to show you because it's so much fun getting a new catalogue. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, look at this one. Oh, look at that. They've done a little tear apart thing. Oh, now that's with that new tool. Look. Little tool that goes in your take your pick tool. I think I showed you this last week. So you take out the end of your tool. So these come in their own little box. And it's always important not to cut yourself, so be very careful. I'm just going to tip that out. So that has a little guard on it. So it pushes up. So we'll just push that up. We'll just push that up. Just like my rotary cutter. So when you want to use it, you pull that down and then your blade's out. When you're finished, you pull it back up. So if I was leaving that on there for a bit, every single time I use it, I would push that back up so that we're not going to cut anything or ourselves. But that does that little tear cut look. Oh, that's exciting. And then the person has to pull it up and read it. How cute is that? I'll just put our take your pick tool back. That's got little blade in there as well, and little sort of a pokey tool, really nice pointy ends on it to help you get your die cuts out of things. So that's a look. There's some shoes. What have we got over there? I've got to keep my eye on these things. What's there? The mini alphabet dies. So they cut out a whole piece of the alphabet. They don't have numbers in them though. Just be aware of that. I really love that. That is so pretty. It's just got all sorts of things you can do with them in here. Invitations. Lots of ideas. Look at them all. Look, you can do a little bottle with your... Oh, that's so cute. Look, there's another feature thing we could do in a class, right? Metallic magic. Oh, look at that. What have they done there? That's interesting. They look like they've... Let's go closer. Let me go a bit closer here. I was trying to think a minute ago whether this was still in this set because I've got some cards out there, but I didn't bring them in. That is still here. So they've got little metallic bits there. They look like they've threaded them through. So they've cut the paper that way, the card, and then they've threaded the bits through that way. How clever. That's good. So you've got textured metallic here and silver, which is good. I love having those colours. The sparkly things. Oh, they're pretty, aren't they? Gorgeous gold. And then, of course, you've got all your ribbons. So you've got a lovely display of ribbon there to show you how they're used. And, of course, I've ticked the ones I've got already. And I like this too. It's nice and big to see all your bling. And they've got quite a lot of bling there. And some of it did carry over, which I was very happy about. And then they've got other beautiful stuff as well. Then we've got all our glues and adhesives, sticky bits. Tells you what to do with it. Must have, I agree with that. Which adhesive is best for my project. Die cuts, embellishments. So they've put these little symbols here. See that? And they've put them here. So you go, what adhesive do I use? So if you're using 3D projects, look for the 3D projects little cube. You want something strong, like tear and tape. That's cool. I like that. Is ribbon woven onto the card? Oh, you're talking about the metallic one? I think it was metallic paper. That one. I think it was these metallics down the bottom here. That's on page 110. of your catalogue. So if you just type into the shop website where it says search, just type metallic and it'll come up with that. Yeah, yeah, that's, you could do it with ribbon too. Yeah, there's all your ribbon. How are we going for time? Oh, we're going all right. Watercolor techniques. There's a lovely little pair. And then it's got watercolor must-haves, so I was going to use some of that tonight. Some fluid 100 watercolor paper. Comes in a pack. It's 100% cotton, and it comes with 10 sheets in the packet. Stays on cleaner. Stays on. I've got my stays on pad here to do some watercolor with that other card. And then this one here is just talking about some techniques, I think. Paint with water. Yeah, it's got water painters, so they've stamped. Wow, that looks good, doesn't it? They've stamped their stamp and then they've watercolored it. So a lot of people push some watercolor into the lid of there. Let me just find one for you. I was doing this the other day with the class. No, not with this one. So if you've got your ink pad, you just squeeze it gently like that, a little bit at one end, and it puts a little bit of ink up there. So you don't do it too hard. And if, you know, I err on the side of caution, so I do it a little bit, and if it's not enough, then I do it again. But then you can use that with your water painter to dip into there. Don't use your water painter on your ink pad itself, if you don't want to put water on it. But that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Wow, that's really lovely. And then they've got watercolor pencils. So they've put here the pencils, and they're giving you some examples. Spritz Bliss, so you get a bliss here. Look at that, Spritz Bliss. Stampin' Spritzer. Oh, I've gone green again. And Pretty in Pastels. So they've got pastels as well that you can use with some watercolors. Lots of ideas for you. Get moving. Create interactive cards that move. Oh, look, they've put some fun folds in here for us. Peekaboo. I hadn't got this far yet. Looking like studying it. So they've got lots of things. Let it slide. Create a slider card with a punch, and they tell you a bit about how to do it. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Shake it up. Shaker cards. So they've die cut that with a die. Countryside corner die. Sorry, I had a yawn. Oh. Cut out some flowers, hearts, little hearts. Oh, this is lovely. Lovely layers. So we've got the brayer there. What's going on with my internet tonight? It's all in and out, isn't it? Masterful masking. See how they've cut out the little animal there? And masked. They use it over the top. Terrific texture. I really like this, that they've done all these technique things. Because if you're stuck for an idea, you just go to the back of the book. So what page do we start that on? About 120. And then you can just go pick a technique. See, they've done some paste on the die cuts here. So you can die cut this and use it on a card, and then use the cutout this piece, which I did the other week with blends in my team meeting. I don't think I've got that card anymore. And I'd use blends in the masky bit. But you can do lots of things with it. Here's the big embossing folder that I just showed you. That's the great big one. Oh, what's this one? What embossing folder is that? That looks nice. Can't see it. Oh, it must be this one. Ah, number 2. Cute crochet. Ah, really? I do like that. Oh, it is too. You know, I hadn't picked that up before. I just started doing crochet classes, like teaching them. And, oh, wow, it is crochet. Look at that. Can you see that? This one, number 2. Oh, I've got to get that. We couldn't get that on pre-order. Oh wow, love it, love it. So some of these are large. Now, does it tell us which ones? Hang on. 11. So swirly. Ah, it's not telling me in the catalogue which ones are big. I mean, you can see that that one's big. And that other one we looked at before, this one was big. So I'm just going to have a quick whiz over to the Stampin' Up website while we're together, while we're all here together, and type embossing folder, and that will bring up all the embossing folders. And I'm just going to go and double check. So I didn't see that other one as we came through. This one. I've shown this one before. So if you go into the embossing folders, actually it might be a different, are they different prices? Yeah. They cost a little bit more. So this one's $18.50. What's layered florals? Oh, that's the one with the masks. Timber 1920. Oh, what's this one? Timber 3D. Oh, so organic. Look at that. Oh, they're all different prices. So the dotted circles is $21, and that's a big one as well. So if you look on the website, it actually tells you the size of the folder. Ah, okay. So the size is 15.2 by 21.6. Oh, so that. Oh, maybe that other one's not that big then. That's this one. So that's 6 inches by 8.5 inches. So that other one I was looking at. Let me just go back. This one, number 15, what's that? Seaside Wishes. I'll just go and find that one. Oh, there's the cute crochet. Let's see how big that one is. Crochet is, okay, 11.4 by 15.9. So that's your normal card size. So the 11.4, yeah, by 15.9. So it's about that big. So that's the size we're used to. All right, so that other one earlier, the Seaside one, is that size too. But it does tell you on the website how big they are. Okay, so as far as I know, this one and this one, number 4, dotted circles, are big ones. Because it sort of is only showing you part of the folder there. Where did we go? Brick. I'll just have a quick flick through them. Yeah, it looks like that. Some of them are square, some embossing folders. So they're a little bit wider and a bit bigger that way. Oh, Dashing Designs looks nice. Which one's that? This one. You can see more of that on the website. This number 3. So, yeah, it's really good to look on the website too, because they have other pictures there that are using them. And so you can see examples of them on the cards. Oh, that's in that baby clothes one. That's what they used in there. So if you want to know what's used in any of the pictures, we've got the recipe book for that. So we can go and look through the recipes. Oh yeah, this one here's got the crochet one, but they used that other one earlier when we were looking through there. So that's pretty cool. This one here today, I saw something online today by Stampin' Up doing something with this on their Facebook page, and it was pretty cool. So check that out. That's a hybrid embossing folder. So the hybrid means that it cuts out the words and embosses at the same time. So we're nearly at the end. So we'll just have a quick look through the colour section. So that you've got your blends, you've got some they're just showing you these are good for colouring in, these stamp sets. They've got the markers collection. So if you buy the markers in the packets by the colour families, you get them 10% off. They've got a colour wheel, and they're working on bringing another one out so you can buy, like with the other bits on it, so that'll be good. Very excited about that. So they've just got all the different bits about colour here, so you can play more with that later. The Stampin' Up markers, cardstock, and classic Stampin' Pad ink. So this is all the in colours in here. Colour collection. So they've got the families then, like, look at the ice cream, isn't that cool? Go to the ice cream shop. I'll have a Subtle's ice cream, please. We could have a Stampin' Up party and have different coloured ice creams. Hey, couldn't we? Oh, there's an idea. We could have our ice creams in the different colours. So just check this out. It's a little bit different to how it was in the other one because they were all on one page. But they've used, you know, all the vegetables. They've used things to make you remember the colours, which is great because my mind works like that. They've got your cardstocks down the bottom, paper, designer series paper. So your designer series paper, there's always designer series paper. So this one, like in the colour family. So this is the in colour one. So if you, this is one of the things you get if you join at the moment. So this here on this section here, that's the packet of the paper. And you'll get a packet of, where's my paper? Here's my cardstock. Hang on a minute. Oh, I've used this cardstock, but it's a packet like that. So it's a packet like that. Comes in a packet with 20 pieces in it. So you get a packet of that. In there. You get all the ink pads and you get all the markers for this set. So that's pretty cool. We're nearly at the back of the catalogue. We've got the other, so everything that's got its corresponding thing to the colours are there. The in colour ones are here. So you've got your old ones and your new ones. And you've got all your basics. And you've got a wonderful index at the back, which is fantastic. So I really like this because you've got your dies listed by name, you've got your stamp sets listed by name, and they're the same name. Now they correspond, which is good. You've got all your bits. So if it's, they don't list every single thing here. So adhesives, you go to this page number. Embellishments, they've sort of defined it a little bit. Embossing folders, you know, heat emboss paste, stuff like that. The heat embossing stuff, I'm not sure if that's in yet. That was coming, but that may not be here yet. Powder. I'll just put the word powder in because they had a bit of a delay on that. Currently unavailable here. It's on the website, but it's currently unavailable, but it's coming. So they're new sets of the powders. There's 2 packets of powders. You got your memory keeping, paper and packaging. There's all your ink colouring. Yeah, so it's very clear and easy to read. And it's a great, I really like that index. It's very handy. So it's time to sign up as a Stampin' Up to it, Demonstrator, if you like all those things. So on that note, that's the information about that. I talked about that at the beginning if you missed it, and I'll just show you that again in case you've just come in now. And that's about joining during May, so it's a great value. So get those things. We're at the back. So at the very back, we've got the angel policy. If you're selling cards or any Stampin' Up things you make, you need to be stamping them with the copyright Stampin' Up stamp here. So they always have a stamp set in the catalogue or available with that stamp in it there. See that? And that's a really nice stamp set because you can actually, you know, put your hand stamped especially for and put the person's name in it. It's really nice. So they've got other stamps there, but yeah, you do need one of these stamps to stamp on the back of your card. So it talks about all of that there. And we've got another QR code if you need to go straight to the store. That's it. That's the new catalogue. So let's quickly, how quick can we go? Okay, let's just get some of this stuff out of the way. Just move my cards off the table. And all in there. Out of the way. And let's grab this because this has got me intrigued. Oh, I better turn to that page again so you can see what I'm up to. Where did my sticky go? I can't see the sticky now. Where did the sticky go? There it is. There it is. This one. So it's on page 69. This little card here. Look at that. So that looks like, they said on the recipe, I've got a recipe thing up, to use the stays on the watercolor paper. This is for the little die cut piece on the front. So that's the new color, that's called Basic Beige. And they've said to use the Old Olive. So they must have stuck the card, I think they put on the front. Anyway, let's just play for a minute, because it's always fun to play. So I'm going to cut, let's have a look what we're going to do. I'll just make it up as we go along. So I'm just going to use my, oh look, I'm down at the bottom of my thing. I always score at the bottom. So I've got enough room on the desk to stick that up there. So score your card. Use your bone folder. Leave your name on the table so people know who you are. And this one here, so that looks like their card might be a bit different size to mine, so I'm just going to go, I think, I want to see some of the background. I'm not sure if they stamped, I'm sort of wondering, because it looks like they've done a wash on the back as well. I'm wondering if they did a wash on watercolor paper and then stuck it on to the old olive paper, because I can't see the old olive card anyway. Just let me go back and have a look. It says paper, old olive cardstock, 8.5 by 11. So it's A4. Yeah, berry burst. Oh, I better get some berry burst. Oh, that's for that little piece. We might have a little piece here. Look, just happen to have a little piece right here. Except they've folded theirs over, I think. No, it might not be long enough. They've done a little fold thing. I'll have to get another bit. We'll find a bit of berry burst in a minute. Right, let's get that out of the way. I'm just tossing up, because if I do a wash on there, it's not going to look the same, is it? And then we've got a stamp. Where's our stamps? Right, let's get our little circles out. Oh look, I've got other bits in here already. We can use them to measure. So that's about that size anyway, isn't it? Oh. Because I think that was on the watercolor paper. Right, unless we do another watercolor paper behind it. I really want to do the washi thing. I think we might. Yeah, let's do that. Get another one out. Alright, I'm going to cut one of those in half. To stamp on. How big is that? So I measure down here, it's nearly 18, so we'll go 9, that'll do. Oh, get it off there. To go that way. I'll go a tiny bit shorter. Go a centimetre shorter. I'm going to cut this one. So this one is, yeah, I'm going to cut that down. Okay, I'm going to go to 10. So I've got a little tiny bit of a border around the edge of my card. So I like that look. And we'll do that the same at the top. So we've got we'll do our wash on that. I'll just get rid of my little rough edges with my memory board. table. A bit fluffy. Put that back in the packet. Alright, we'll get that, and we'll get that, and we got that, and we need that berry burst. Let me just find a bit of berry burst. I've got any offcuts of this, have I? No. It's a bit weird. Trying to find a piece of cardboard. Hang on. Oh, I have got an offcut. Okay. So that one in the picture, I reckon that's probably about a centimetre wide. So I'll just cut a piece like this because this has already been cut. I think it's about 1 centimetre. You could use a bit of ribbon, but it does look like a bit of cardstock. Did they say they were using ribbon? No, I can't see any ribbon on there. It says, I made an old olive watercolour wash to attach to the card base. Ah, that's what I thought. I didn't see that before. That's what it says. Alright, we've got a piece of that, and we need a piece of this. Die cut. We'll just cut one of those off so that we can, whoops, throw my plates all over the floor. We'll just cut out, so which one? Oh, that's that one. This one's the little one. I'll just get all the bits out this time. Ready? So this has all these dies in it. Look at that. So this is, they've used this size with the little leaves on it. That's a lot of dies in the packet. That's gorgeous. Just get a piece of this. And I'm going to die cut that and then stamp on it. I think we'll try that anyway. Sometimes I stamp first because if it's a rubber stamp you can't always see exactly where you're putting it. Look at this little one. So cute. Oh look, they all just pop straight out except for that one. That was good. Looks a little pattern on there. Back in the packet so we don't lose it. So that one's called the Spotlight on Nature. Look, there's the rest of the pink ones I did one night. Very nice. We'll just put that back in the packet because we don't need that out. Yeah, now that's the size of the pinks. Look, I could have used that one, couldn't I? Oh, I could have used that one and just die cut it. No, never mind. We'll just keep going. Alright, so they've got this one and the butterfly. So they do that, like that, and then this thing comes here. Is that right? So, and the butterfly's down there. Maybe that's a bigger card. Well, we do it like that. There we go. Right, we've got an idea. Just don't lose your stamps, okay? Let's do our stamps first. You know what I need to do, don't you? Picked that up earlier and went, oh, I need to clean that. I just used a bit of alcohol to clean mine. I saw Amanda put hers in the dishwasher the other day, her stamp blocks. I just use a bit of this. Just clean my blocks off like this. Get them nice and clean. Look at that, like a new one. Shiny and new. Look at that. There we go. That's that one. Just clean this one for a bit. I've been doing a lot of stamping last week. Getting ready for that stall I had. And it's a good sign, you know, because people are still buying cards. People still want to send people cards, and I think that's absolutely lovely. Okay. Just put that over there. Let's get my little block. Big block, actually. This is the E block. I'll come back to that one in a minute. And I'm going to use the Stays On. So with Stays On, you need to use your Stays On cleaner as well when you're doing it. Let's move that there. Keep moving my... And I've got my clear plastic lid of my Stays On inside it because it goes over the ink pad with some dimensionals in there to hold that in place. Which is very handy. Okay, so this one, I am going to do it this way so I can see my ink on my stamp. You have to go? Oh, thanks, Di. Thanks for joining me. Have a good night. Oops. Don't drop it on anything. Alright, I'm not pushing too hard on it, I'm just dabbing on it. Just so you get enough ink coverage. And it smells a bit, so don't do it for too long in the closed room. Alright, so I'm going to go down towards the bottom of my card and over to that side. Just trying to look at the picture so I get it sort of similar. So Stays On's good for using with watercolouring. Let's give that a good push because we're on the watercolour paper. Oh, pushed it too hard. Gave it too good a push. Never mind. So I've got an old washer and I just rub that off first onto that. That's what I used to use before my Stampin' Up days, and I still use it for this. Well, that's a shame I've got that down there, isn't it? I have to work out what we're going to do with that. Done that before, and I cover it up with bling usually. So don't push too hard on that bottom. It got the bottom bit of the stamp there. See? So just use your Stays On cleaner. So I do that straight away because I don't want it to stain my stamp. And I just rub it off. And I do wash this occasionally, don't worry. Just gets stained with the ink. See, it gets it off really nicely. That's that one. Back down there. All right. Oh, that's sort of a shame, isn't it? Alrighty, well, we'll just keep going. Just a little butterfly. I'll just try this time not to get that on that part of the stamp. I must have gone sideways a bit. You've got to keep it nice and straight. Flat. Alright, so this bit here is going to go somewhere like that. So the little butterfly. Okay, that'll go wherever it goes. That'll be wherever it is, won't it? Let's keep it nice and flat. Here we go. That's where it's going, look. These gorgeous stamps, I love them. Clean this one off. Now with the Stays On cleaner, I have read that it's important not to get it on the side of the stamp, like on the foamy part and stuff. It can damage it, so it's important to get all that cleaner off. I might even just wipe it on the chamois as well to give it get all that extra cleaner residue off. Because we don't want that damaging anything. Okay, and then we've just got to do the thanks. But I think we do the thanks. I'm looking at that. I think that's in the green. The old olive. Do all our stamping at once, and we want thanks. A butterfly back. Oh, what happened to my thanks? I'll just stamp that on something else for a minute. Another bit of card there. Do it on that one. Now my stamps, just watch this, when I got mine, they're a bit off centered. So if you look at the top, it looks like it's centered. But I always look at the rubber ones before I stamp. Well, usually always. I didn't for that one. But just watch out for that if they're down a bit. If they're, you know, of course if they're cutting the stamp off, contact Stampin' Up and let them know, they'll replace them. And always check your things like as soon as you get them, because there's so many days that you need to let them know by, but they're really good with that sort of thing. So I'm just going to stamp that there. I'll do it there. I might use it for something else. Yep, that looks pretty good. That might be the only thing. So it's right down near the bottom of my stamp. So I need to keep that in mind when I'm stamping it. And not look at the word. All right, let's see how we go. That's not too bad, is it? That's all right. Okay. That's good. And because that's just the water-based ink, we can just use the water chamois for that one. Oh, hang on, we need this out. Okay. So I'm actually going to, I'm not going to put it in there. I'm going to use my block and put ink on the block like that. So for this one, just put that over there for a minute. I'm going to use, there's a bit of paper. Put a bit of paper under there. That there. And get my water painter. I had lots of fun with the water painters the other day. A big one. Now, I had a bit of paper towel here. Where do I put it? I'll get a fresh one. I like to keep a piece of paper towel handy when I'm doing this. So you could even mix this up on you if you've got this set, your mat, you could mix it in here. I'm not using that tonight, I'll just do it like this. So with these water painters, it's got the word push on the side, so you can push it to get the water out. Just give it a push there to get a bit of water out. I'm just going to put a bit of water in there. Get that going, see what it looks like on my paper. I'm just going to paint that across, right across there. It doesn't matter if it's darker and lighter. I'm just going to try and go right across the whole page. And because it's watercolor paper, it's absorbing that really quickly. You're going to need more ink. You probably don't need to go right through the middle, do you? You've got some more ink. And the other way you can do this is use your little ink spots. You know, you're dropping ink. What do you call it? Refills. Your little refills. We don't want to get water on this there, so I'll just get that little bit of water off there. Put that there. It's fun playing with water, isn't it? Watercolors. Get enough. See, that's dripping down the side, and that's okay. This goes on the paper towel. We may have to use the heat tool to dry this in a minute. Just going to add a bit more ink. Cool, look at that. Love it. I think I want a bit more dark colour. I'm just going to dry that a little bit so I can put a bit more colour on. And a bit more colour at the top there, and the bottom. Become an artist. Just painting. I saw an artwork somewhere. Where was I? Oh, can't remember where I was. On the weekend, and it was just like this. There was a piece of artwork on the wall. I was like, okay. That'll do. So when you finish doing that, you squeeze it out and you want to get the ink out of there. So just keep going with that. Hang on, we'll just turn that over and clean that off. Let's put that down for a minute. Close the ink pad. Right. Give that a good wipe when that's all done. And then just make sure you've got all the colour out of here until it goes clear. You'll be able to see it in your brush too. Look. Check it over this side. I think it's done. Looks to me like it's coming out clear now. And then just pop your lid back on. So make sure you keep your bristles in so you don't bend them out. It's very important to look after your brushes. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, we should have done that first, shouldn't we? So it would dry. Never mind. Okay, so we'll just move that bit of paper and we'll just move these things out of the way so that we can dry it. Because you can do that on here. I'll just put them up to the side for a moment. And just grab your little, these have got little silicone tips on them so you won't burn yourself. Just going to dry that off. Turn it over as well to dry the back of it. Turn it over a few times so that it doesn't buckle too much. And there. Very good. That's on the high heat setting. We've got 2 heat settings on the heat tool. That one up here. We've got 1 and 2 up here. And it's got a little stand on it too, which is really good for putting it down when you're finished, because this gets quite, oh, it's not too bad tonight, but if you're using it a bit, it can get quite hot. So that's dry. This is a cute little card. It didn't take too long, did it? Rightio. Let's put it together. The only problem is this little piece here, but we'll have to put a bit of bling on there, I think. Have to bling it. Send that out a little bit. So I think with this one, I'm going to use tear and tape. They actually look like they might have it up a little bit higher, now that I think about it. Oh no, on the back, on this one they don't. They've got that one up a bit, sorry. That's right, I forgot. I'm showing a bit of the card out the side because I like seeing it. Of course, that last bit didn't want to tear against my finger. Hang on a minute. Actually, I should have gone up a bit higher. Just go up there to the corner a bit more. My tool. Now I'll pull this one off first. Just push it down a bit if it's pulling up like off the card. You want to push it on a bit. So when I use tear and tape, I fold a bit over like this to the opposite corners so that you can position it easy. So that one's lifting a bit, so you just push it down a bit into the card. Carefully, you don't want to damage, you don't want to put lines in there. See, it still came up a little bit. Okay. And this one doesn't really matter which is top and bottom, so these sides have still got the tape on them, the backing. So I tend to go that way, so that I'm positioning using these corners, that one and that one. Just try and get it even. I think that's all right. Hope so. Make sure it's opening the right. Well, it doesn't matter yet, does it? Yes, it does. Make sure it's opening the right way. I've done that before. All right, that should lay nice and flat because of the tape. And my bit down the side is showing still a little rough, so I'm just going to go down there with that and just like that. Just neaten that bit up. Nice and neat. Okay, so then this one can go up a bit. I think I'm dimensional. Am I dimensionals? Put a few on there, and you could use the foam sheets or the foam strips if you want to. I think I'll just do it this way. Put one in the middle. Middle. Oops, that one didn't come up. Just be careful with the tip of your ZDCQEPHT tool. I think I dropped it the other day. I wonder if I've got glue on it. I have dropped it before, and it will damage it if you drop it. So I try and get into the habit every time I finish with it to put that lid back on it. Mine's a tiny little bit bent there, but I bought a new one recently, so I could use that with my new tools. Right, so this is just centered onto the card. I'm just doing it by eye. Don't push it down, but I think that's okay. And then, oh, we haven't coloured it in yet. What am I thinking? What was I thinking? Where's my little tools? Hang on a minute. I've got to get the berry burst out. Where's my berry burst? It's all in rainbow colour over here. I'm looking at it going, hang on, I haven't coloured that in. We'll just colour that in quickly. So I'm going to use my water painter. So with this one we can do the little, push it in there, and we've got a little bit of ink to play with there. So I'm just going to get a little bit of water down. Whoops. Get a bit of that out of there. It's a bit too much. And I want to just play on, I'll just play on this piece just to see how we're going with colour. So they've got it fairly dark in the middle. I'm just going to go like that. Because this really makes the card when you see it like this. Looks really pretty. Oh, green lights again. Had trouble with my internet tonight, flickering in and out. So sorry about that if you're watching. Blend that in a bit. Just want to go right out to the edge almost. I'll do a bit more on this one. Just want it to look a bit more blended there. I think I must have moved this one. It's gone a bit blurry at the top here. It's not your eyes, it's my stamping. Let's go a little bit darker again in the middle. I really like the look of that on their card. I really enjoy doing this. I used to do folk art years ago. And I like doing the water one because it's just a bit more, I don't know, quick and easy. And this one's got some as well. And I like that on the stamps they've got the lines. So you can sort of follow the lines for where it's got to be darker. To get your little shadings going. Alright, just get rid of that so I can blend that one out a little bit. So if you use the Memento ink, it will, with the water, it'll blur. So it's best to use the Stays On with it. I'll just wipe that little bit of water off. The ink's fine if it dries there, so you can just use it again another time. Let's get the old olive and do the leaves. Oh, that looks yummy. Doesn't it look lovely? Alright, just get all that pink out of there, won't you? Oops, we don't want to be on there, do we? Watch that. Oh, need a bit more. Let's give it a squeeze there. There we go. Now, what are we covering up? Let's see how much we're covering up, because I don't want to colour everything in if I don't need to. Oh, the butterfly was coloured in pink as well. Right, so our little thing goes down there. Oh, so it's most of it anyway. And these brushes, this is a small one, they've got some lovely fine, it's got a lovely fine tip on it. So it's really important when you've finished with it to wash it out carefully, make sure you get all that ink out of it, and just shape it with your fingers back to the shape, so that when you put it back in the lid you don't get any of the fibres sticking up. There a bit. Fun colouring in, isn't it? Do you enjoy colouring in? And you can use your watercolour pencils for this as well, and colour it in with the pencil and then go over it with the water painter if you don't have the inks or you don't want to use ink. I'm really loving this. It's gorgeous. Just going to go a bit darker at the bottom there. Darker at the bottom of that one. And did they do the stem? Maybe they did. That's a fine little stem, isn't it? Whoops. Whoops. It's a work of art. Go a bit of green down there, so I think we'll see that. Whew. Okay, let's get that green out of there. I'll just get the pink back because I've got to do the butterfly. I forgot the butterfly. Just wondering whether to do the butterfly the same colour. Oh yeah, we might as well. They've done it the same colour. We'll do it the same colour. Too dark. Okay, I'm going to tip it upside down. A bit of colour. So I start by doing the darker colour in the middle, like that, and sweeping it out. And then I go back and work over it to bring out the lighter colours, lighter shading. You could even use some other colours, couldn't you? Alright, we don't need much more colour with that, we need more water. Although just be careful with how much water you put. I think I put too much on there. You don't want to make it too wet. Especially now that I've already stuck it down. It's best to do this before you stick it down, but I forgot. So I can't really put the heat tool on it now. Alright, there we go. I think that'll do. I don't think that, might just put a little bit of colour in the body a bit. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. Alright, so get all the water, get all the colour out of your brush. And because I'm doing it like this, you're sort of shaping the brush. I'm turning it while you turn your brush as you pull it along. Don't just pull it along, turn it a bit. And you get a nice point on your brush there. Where's my hand? Where's that camera? There it is. Okay, and then just stick your brush lid back on very carefully and pop it back wherever you store it. Oh, that looks gorgeous. So we have to say thank you, Stampin' Up, for this one, because this is gorgeous. Apart from my little blemish down there. Just, I know, when you're holding it up to photograph it, just put your thumb over it like that. Okay, so this piece here looks like it's about there. And it's like a little piece like that. No, I went too long, but that's okay because we can cut it off. Okay, so it's like that. And then it's cut off in towards the middle. I'm going to put it there. It's right near the butterfly. There. I'm going to go under that one. Like that. Sorry, try not to drop those on my thing. They're a bit noisy. So I've folded that one, so I'm going to try and keep that one straight there. And then this one I'm just going to cut. So I'm just looking at the book, I'm just looking at the catalogue and trying to copy what they've got. I'll just show you that again. Get my sticky out of there. Don't leave stickies in your catalogue too long. I rip it. So yeah, it looks like that. See, so they've just cut that piece there. Cut that one there. So we'll just stick that on with a bit of, just going to stick that down inside it as soon as I find my glue. I'll just stick that one together. So if you don't have this, you could use a bit of ribbon. Just put a little bit of glue on the back. And I want to line it up with my butterfly. Just check where I've got, you know what, I could cover the bottom of that up. Their one was higher, but their butterfly was a bit higher. My butterfly is lower, so I think we're going to put that there. And that'll solve that little issue, won't it? So that's what that looks like, and then I'm going to cover that thing up. What do you reckon? Put it down a little bit. Yep, I'm going to do that. So ideally it would have been sitting up about, you'd see the stem popping out, but I'm just going to cover it up because I don't know what else to do with that piece. And that way we'll see more of our colouring in. Still looks alright. There we go, we just need a little bit of that bling. What is that bling? Oh, that's not the bling. That's the ink box. We've done pretty well tonight, I think, considering we looked through the catalogue first. If you coming in late, we looked through the catalogue first. You might want to go back and have a look at that. Is that the one they've used? It looks like that one. I don't know, that looks too... It sort of looks like that one in the picture, but I'm not liking that with it. I'm not going to use that one. I think we'll use something else. What about little pearls? Pearls would be nice, wouldn't it? Iridescent pearls. I think we'll do that. They don't want to come up. Come on. Oops. Might have to use the other end, I think. Just go with that one. There we go. Oh, they're pretty, aren't they? We've only got 2 sizes of these. There's a little mark on my card, so that's where my bling's going. I think that's all right. Lovely. Oh, thank you. That was lovely. Thanks for joining me. So if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments or send me a message. And we'll have to do some, work out what I'm doing for my next online class too. That's at the end of May. So it's the last Sunday in May. Everything's on my Stampin' Up page for my event calendar. So if you're wanting to learn to make cards, if you want to just get a group of friends together, we can do that too. I can do Zoom with people, so if you want to do a group thing, that's fine. So I've cased this tonight. Case this, copy and share everything. So we've done this one. Mine's a tiny little bit different because I got ink on the card. But, you know, if you do get ink in the wrong spot, you just do something to cover it up. Improvise, you know. Put bling on it, but I put that down there. That is a really pretty card. That turned out lovely. Alrighty, I'll be off then. So, that's the special for May. If you're interested in joining Stampin' Up and crafting, you get 20% discount on your next order after you get your starter kit. There's no lock-in contracts. You don't have to sell anything. You can if you want to. And yeah, just talk to me about it if you want more information. I might just leave that there so people can see it. Alrighty. I'll catch you next week. Ciao. Oh, have I gone all blurry? Hang on a minute. I can't have a blurry picture at the end, can we? Can't have blur at the end. Here we go. Here we go. We've got a card. Down we go. There we go. Ciao.